Hello soulmates and welcome back to the channel. I'll teach you how to cut this ruched shoulder or gathered shoulder dress with layered gathers, 3-tier layered gathers. So to start this pattern, let's begin to mark the measurements that we need. So we are going to draft the upper part first. To draft the upper part, you mark out your shoulder to bust line. The shoulder to bust line I'm using is 8.5. Then you mark the shoulder to under bust line. Then go ahead to mark the waistline of this pattern. Repeat all these measurements, and after marking that, you're going to draw a straight line. All those parts that you marked earlier, you start by labeling your shoulder to bust line, shoulder to under bust line, and waistline. Tape and mark your shoulder divided by 2 and add extra 3 inches extension. I'll mark a basic neckline of 3.5 inches for this pattern. Come down by 1 inch here. Place your ruler and connect to the neckline of this pattern. Now measure your sleeve opening. I'll use 8 inches for the sleeve opening and extra 1 inch, making it 9 inches, and I'll connect at that point. I'll come up by 1 inch from the underbust and connect to the neckline. After connecting at this point, I'll draft this pattern in a dartless pattern form. So I'll mark the underbust measurement divided by 4 and mark a sewing allowance 1 inch. For the waist, mark your waist measurement and also add your sewing allowance. Then connect from the sleeve opening to the body of the pattern. Now connect from the 1 inch from the underbust to the underbust area. I'll slash this part out because we are going to slash and spread this part. So you can slash it more than 3 places. I'll outline the waistline of this pattern, then we'll cut out. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. I'll cut out the underbust area. Keep this aside. You will also use it to the back pattern. Now go ahead to slash the upper part. Start by placing it on a plain pattern again, and you'll be spacing it out. Depending on how full you want the shoulder to be, you can use about 2 to 4 inches and then pin down. After pinning, you're going to trace out the shape of what you have spread out, then trace the shoulder. Now you have to gather it and then join it to the lower part. Repeat this at the back pattern also. You'll be using the same pattern. You repeat it. Add ½ inch on top for your joining of the shoulder. Then you top stitch the joining allowance to one side of the shoulder so that you can pass a rope through it, which you can easily drag at the shoulder of the dress. I'll just go ahead and I will unpin this pattern. There's no need for it again. Now to cut the back pattern of this dress, since we went up by 1 inch from the underbust, I will replace another pattern paper there so that I'll go ahead to cut out a straight line. To replace that 1 inch we went up by the underbust area to create that little curve we have at the front. So what I will do now is I'll go ahead to straighten it a bit so that the back pattern will not have much curve at the lower part. So just like you see me doing, we used the same pattern to draft the front part of this pattern and also the back pattern. The only difference is that at the underbust of the front you have to go up by 1 inch. Now for the back pattern of this dress, if you notice, there is a sheer effect at the lower part. That is a smoky dress. So I'll cut this out. Remember, this is the pattern from the front. what I will do is I'll add additional 5 inches to it. Now the reason why for adding this 5 inches is because of the sheer effect we have towards the under bust to waist part of the back pattern. Now by the time you add this extra 5 inches to your pattern, you're cutting this on fold, right? That means you've added extra 10 inches to your measurement there. Now by the time you use your elastic thread to sew that part, is going to come to the actual length. So what I did was to take the front pattern and I went ahead to place it on another pattern paper. So I added extra 5 inches to it. So by the time you sew your elastic thread on it, you're going to have this sheer effect at this point. Now let's work on the lower part of this dress. Now for the lower part, I'll cut out a lining to attach my gathers. So I'll be using a 180-degree flay. Fold your pattern into two this way. So after folding it, measure your waistline. When you measure your waistline, add extra 5 inches to it. This is because of the gathered effect at the back, that sheer effect at the back of the dress. It will make the waistline of the dress more free, and because we are not using a zipper at that part, so you have to like add extra 5 inches so that the dress can freely fit from the upper part when wearing it. So let's say your waistline is 20 inches, you add 5 inches to it, give you 25. Then you now divide that 25 by 2. That is what you now use for the waistline of the dress. That 25 inches you divided by 2 will give you 12.5. Now to cut out a simple flay, all you have to do is that 12.5, place it this way and create like a simple semicircle. So this is just a simple way to cut this out, and we are cutting out the lining. So you just go ahead to mark it out this way. So after marking out, place your tape and measure. Now if your the full length of your dress is 35 inches, your lining should be about 5 inches shorter than the actual length of your dress. So measure from your waist to gown length. Let's say if your waist to gown length is 20 inches, that means your lining will be 15 inches. So now you're going to place your tape, and then whatever measurement you have, you're going to place it and measure around. And go ahead to connect it. After connecting, you now go ahead to cut it out. After cutting it out, you're now going to attach your gathers to this. Now for the first layer, you're just going to measure any length that is okay, then you're going to pleat it. So for what we have here on the thumbnail, you're going to create pleats. So for each layer, you'll be needing at least 3 yards or 2.5 yards for each layer. Then you're going to pleat it round the waistline. So I'll just go ahead to pleat this till I get to the end of this dress or this pattern. So what we have is actually 3 layers, but I'll be showing just 2, right? It is still the same thing. I'll just be explaining how to achieve that. Now for the last layer of this dress, it is very important. Now you want to place your tape on your waistline. The waistline of this dress is 16 inches. Now let's say the full length of this gown now is 25 inches. You want to place it in a way that your lining will be shorter. Just like I said, your lining will be 5 inches shorter than what you have. When you place it and find the length, just like I did, you can now mark that all the way around. So that point down you're marking is where the last layer of your dress will be. You will now go ahead to stitch it on it. So for each layer, you can choose the size, you can choose the length that you want to use for it. But whatever you are marking, your lining should be 5 inches at least shorter than your main dress, so that the lining will not be showing underneath your dress. So after doing this, now you stitch this. Then for your third layer will be in between the first and second. Then this is what you have. You attach it to the upper part of the dress.